This was an explosion on an enormous scale. The blast was described by some eyewitnesses that we spoke to as sounding and feeling like an earthquake. It overturned cars and blew out windows all the way down the street, almost completely destroying the apartment building that blew up. Now, it could have been much more lethal, but luckily the building and surrounding buildings had already been evacuated when the explosion happened, because the fire service were already intervening to try and put out a fire caused by a gas leak. Now, the fire service say it was that gas leak that caused the explosion, although they don't quite yet know where it came from. These sort of incidents are actually much more common in Paris than you might think. Most recently, in 2016, 17 people were seriously injured in a similar explosion. The fire service, who we were talking to earlier, were telling us that many of the old buildings here in Paris, the one that blew up today was late 19th century, are in an extremely poor state of maintenance, and as a result, this sort of accident is bound to happen sometimes, but of course not necessarily on this scale. Some neighbours and eyewitnesses that we spoke to said they were initially worried it was a terror attack, but the emergency services quickly reassured them that it was an accident, but of course a very tragic one. The police and fire service say that their thoughts are with the family of the victims, and the President and the Prime Minister have expressed their condolences to the families of those firefighters killed. Elena Casas, CGTN, Paris.